Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today in this video, we are going to see error boundaries in React.js. So if you are new here, please consider subscribing so you won't miss any future content. Now let's start the video. Yes, so let's understand what is error boundary in React.js. So error boundary is nothing but a try-catch block. Okay, what try-catch block will do, if any error occurred inside the try, it will give us some message that here it is giving error, and it will handle it, and it will not break your application basically. Okay, the same way we'll have error boundary. Error boundary is a component which we're going to have at the parent level. Okay, suppose parent level we have as an index file or the app.js. Okay, so we have to wrap one of the file inside the our error boundary component, so that if any error occurred inside any component, that time what will happen is we should not see the red screen which will come generally, right? If I go into the app.js, let me show you. So you see, this is the use get date we have. Let me just comment on the import. If I go back, we'll see this color, this red color box is coming and saying this error is coming. So what is the reason behind this? Like, because if you give your application to your client, you don't want these errors should come whenever your client or users are handling, like, accessing your website. Okay, you should be showing some error pages, something like that. If you go to other websites, sometime if you try to search something, they will say 404 error not found or something like that, they will say. So similar things you can show instead of this message. Okay, so to do that, we can use error boundaries and we can show the fallback UI. Okay, what is the fallback UI? Whatever UI you want to show whenever a error occurred, okay, that you can show it. Okay, so let's see how we can create a error boundary component. Okay, so the first thing we have to do inside the src, we have to create a component. Okay, so I'll say error uh, boundary. Okay, .js. You can create any name if you want. Okay, I'm just creating error boundary right now, and it will be a class component. It cannot be a functional component. Okay, that you have to see here. Okay, so rcc I will use, which will create as a class component, and inside this, first what we have to do is we have to create a constructor. Let's create a constructor, and it will accept any kind of props which are coming from the our like children components basically. Okay, and then what we can do is super we can use, and we can send the props to the parent. Okay, parent for the error boundary is component. Okay, because that from there only it has inherited. Okay, and then we have to create a state. Okay, so in order to create a state inside a class component, we can use this dot state equal to an object, and inside that object we can has error. Okay, and it will be a by default false. Okay, and this name you can use anything. Okay, let's suppose is error we can say. Okay, whenever error is coming, we have to make it true. Okay, and yeah, this is the constructor. Then what we have to do is there is a function. Okay, get derive state from error. So this particular function will going to check if any error occurred or not. If it is occurring any error, if there is a error, we have to make this is error state to true. Okay, so let's do that. So then first we have to do static, then get derive state from error. Okay, and we'll have error inside the parameter, and in this what we can do is we can log it. Okay, error dot message as well, so we can see in the console. Okay, and then what we can do is we can return is error, right? We can return an object. In that object we can say is error true. Okay, like this. Okay, so once, so this is the second part to do. Okay, the third thing what we have to do here is we have to just remove this return. Instead of this, we have to write if condition here. Okay, and we have to check if this dot state dot is error is true. Okay, if it is true, we have to return props dot this dot props dot fallback. Okay, fallback which we have to provide whenever like wherever we import error boundary. Okay, we'll show in a minute. And if there is no error, I'll return this dot props dot children is nothing but the other components. Okay, if there is no error for the component, it will just show the or return the children component. That's it. Okay, so this is our what do we say, error boundary component. Okay, this is what we have to do it. Now once we create this component, we have to go to index.js, and here this is the entry point, which is app.js. App.js, we have to wrap it inside the error boundary. So let's see how we can do. Let's import this first. Import error boundary. Okay, and then we can have error boundary here, and we can wrap our app component. Now you see, this is how we can do it. Okay, now you see, if I go back here, nothing will happen. The component is working fine, it's loading, and it is trying to give the data. Instead of, let me go to app.js. There is no UI basically right now. Let me have h1. I'll say hello, or I'll say just channel name icubecode. Let me go back. Now you can see icubecode is coming here. Okay, so inside this, let's create a error. Okay, how we can create error? We can just remove one of the import. Okay, so I'll just remove this, and it's saying error here. Use get data is not defined. Okay, let me go back. We can see a error is coming. If I refresh also, you can see error is coming. If I just close it, there is nothing right now. Okay, but we can provide our own fallback. As I said, we have to go to index.js, and inside this here we have to say fallback equal to curly braces. Inside this, you can provide your component name, or right now I'll just say error is coming. Okay, that's it. Like this way, you can create a proper component, error 404 or something like that, whatever you want. That component you can import here, and you can provide the component name here. Okay, and it will show this one. Oh, let's see it once. Okay, let me refresh. We got this error. Let's click this, and you can see error is coming, is showing here. Okay, so what I'm saying is, you can create a nice UI of error 404, and you can keep it here inside this fallback. And whenever a error occurred similar to this, not like this, like I'm just trying to get the error, but what will happen during the runtime is, there are few errors will come because of browser or something like that. So that time, instead of showing nothing here or breaking your UI, you can show this one, and you can say like go back button or something. So it will go back to the dashboard or the home page. Okay, something similar to, you can do it. Okay, so this is how we can create a error boundary, and we can use it inside the React.js components. Okay. Yes. So this is how we can create error boundary in React.js component. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please consider subscribing and give it a like. I'll be back with more content in the next video. Thank you.